Hi everyone, I'm Jay, the Principal Migration Lawyer here at Flow Migration Law, and welcome back to the channel. In my line of work, I see it all the time. Love doesn't follow a script. Every couple's story is unique. But sometimes, when you look at that story through the lens of Australian immigration law, challenges like a significant age gap or even a previous visa refusal can feel like a brick wall. It can lead people to believe that their dream of being together in Australia is just not possible. Today, I want to share a real journey of a couple who came to us facing exactly these hurdles. Their story is a powerful example of how the right strategy at the right time can completely turn a situation around. Just quickly before we dive in, please remember the information in this video is for general guidance. Immigration law changes, and everyone's situation is different. It's always a good idea to seek advice tailored to your specific circumstances. Alright, so let's set the scene. We have a 68-year-old Australian man who, while traveling in Indonesia, met a 48-year-old Indonesian woman. A real genuine connection sparked between them. Over the next year, they stayed in constant contact. He visited her several times, and they knew they wanted to build a future together. The next logical step was for her to visit Australia, meet his family, and see if that was a place she could call home. So the Australian partner, with the best intentions, put together and lodged the Subclass 600 visitor visa application himself, and it was refused. The Department of Home Affairs wasn't satisfied that she had a strong enough reason to return to Indonesia after her visit. For the couple, this was devastating. The Australian partner was so disheartened, he was actually prepared to sell his home, give up his life in Australia, and move to Indonesia just to be with her. They felt they had run out of options, and that's when they gave us a call. When they came to us, the first thing we did was listen. We needed to understand their whole story, and crucially, the real reasons behind the visitor visa refusal. The DIY refusal often isn't the end of the road. It's a sign that the application just didn't tell the full story in a way the department needed to hear. Our role was to help them prepare a new visitor visa application, one that addressed the department's concerns head on. We guided them in gathering much better evidence to show that she was a genuine visitor with strong ties to her life back at home. This meant putting together documents about her family, her social connections, and the financial situation in Indonesia, and for us to write strong legal submissions to support the case, painting a much clearer picture for the decision maker. And the result, she was granted a multiple entry Subclass 600 visitor visa. And here's the most important part. It came without a no further stay condition, also known as condition 8503. This was fantastic. It gave them the freedom to travel, spend real quality time together in Australia, and plan their future without a restrictive visa condition hanging over them. After several visits, they knew for sure that their future was together in Australia. They decided to get married in Indonesia, and once they were ready to settle here permanently, we started preparing their Onshore Partner Visa, the Subclass 820. Now, we knew the 20-year age gap would be something the department would look at closely. So our strategy was to present their relationship as a whole, providing extensive and organized evidence across all four key pillars of the relationship. That's the financial aspects, how they shared their finances, the social aspects, how their friends and family knew them as a couple, the nature of the household, how they lived together and shared responsibilities, and the nature of the commitment, which is the history of their relationship and their plans for the long term. By building this complete narrative supported by strong documents, we were able to show this was a mature, committed, and genuine partnership. In fact, the application was so thorough that it was approved with no request for more information from the department. That's always a sign of a well-prepared, decision-ready application. So what can we learn from this? First, an age gap is a factor, not a barrier. What really matters is showing the whole picture of your relationship. If the evidence is there across all four pillars, the age difference becomes less of a central issue. Second, a DIY visa refusal isn't the final word. It often just means the first attempt didn't address the specific concerns the department had. It's about understanding the why behind the refusal. And third, strategy and timing are fundamental. The initial step of securing that visitor visa the right way was the key that unlocked the entire future in Australia. It's not just about one application, it's about navigating the entire pathway. Partner visa applications can be a major undertaking, especially when there are complex factors involved. And this story shows having a tailored plan can make all the difference. As the principal migration lawyer at Flow Migration Law, I, Jay, have over 8 years of dedicated experience in Australian immigration law, helping hundreds of couples tell their stories accurately and effectively. If you're ready to apply for a partner visa and you want to discuss your situation, you can contact us for a free 20-minute discovery call to see how we can assist you. Or if your situation is more complex, perhaps you've had a refusal or have concerns like a significant age gap, you can reach out to me directly by emailing js@flowmigrationlaw.com.au to book a confidential consultation where we can work on a strategy tailored specifically for you. Thanks for watching today. If you found this story helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights into Australian immigration. I'll see you in the next video.